going on, Jerome's? A former NFL receiver Greg Jennings, notably of the Packers as well as the Dolphins, he's very adept at getting every single last dollar out of the Minnesota Vikings. Also very adept at scoring touchdowns on a broken leg. I mean, Kurt Angle can win a gold medal with a broken friggin' neck, but Greg Jennings, woo. That's right, man. That's right. And Greg Jennings has some thoughts on the contract situation of Justin frickin' Jefferson. This is from the 33rd team. Quote, do whatever it takes. You offer him, Justin Jefferson, ownership stake. You got to do whatever it takes to not allow him to even think of entertaining free agency. That's Greg Jennings on Justin Jefferson's contract situation. And obviously that's hyperbolic. But obviously making Jefferson the highest paid receiver in NFL history and potentially the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history does make sense. I think the Vikings will take care of that as JJ, even though he still has 2 years left on his rookie deal. I think the Vikings want to keep him in purple a long time because they know that he's the best wide receiver in the game, potentially the best wide receiver of this generation, as well as the face of the franchise. And as he goes, so does this offense, and so does this team. And Jefferson, I mean, what's going to happen here? But well, first off, so obviously the whole give them piece of team is jumping the shark a little bit. But what if they did? What if the Wilfs were like, okay, you know what? Screw the salary cap, because obviously giving a player a portion of the team in exchange for ostensibly like a lower salary, just or like a wink nudge situation, obviously that would circumvent the salary cap, and obviously there would be a ton of issues there. But I mean, what if a team did that? And maybe Jefferson isn't the one. Maybe a quarterback of the future. Maybe Caleb Williams comes to the Vikings, and he plays so well that he's deemed indispensable and the most important position in all of team sports. But just looking at it, so the Vikings estimated value, nailed it, from Statista is from January, it's $3.93 billion. And you think, so $3.93 billion is such a large number that the average human like myself, it's hard to, how many McChickens is that in this economy? But 0.01% of the team would be roughly $39.3 million. I mean, how crazy is that? 0.01% of this team is roughly $40 million. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. So, I mean, could it be a spot where, not saying JJ, but a player would take a little bit less, and then at the end of his career, all of a sudden is like, oh, hey, buddy, here's 0.05% of the team. I mean, it's possible. And just think of Mahomes. Like before Mahomes signed his 10-year, $450 million deal with the Chiefs, which has been restructured several times already. What if the Hunt family would just say, hey, Patty, hey, we'll give you 0.03% of the team if you just take a little bit less. Help us out with the salary cap. Help us maintain a competitive team. Frankly, I'm surprised that a team hasn't done that yet. And we're talking about like under the table wink nudge, written on a cocktail napkin situation. But what if it was just completely upfront and a player in his prime had a piece of the team? Could he play? Now, there are bylaws in the league constitution say that a player, you can't have a player owner. But the issue where Tom Brady buying a small piece of the Raiders, and of course Tom Brady is 100% coming back this year because Jimmy Garoppolo is not going to be playing this year for the Raiders. But apparently from TMZ and Pro Football Talk, it would be allowed if 24 of the 32 owners say yes. So, I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. And as quarterback contracts continue to rise up and up and up, I mean, will there be a point where a team offers a percentage of the franchise to their star player? I think it's possible. Could Jefferson be that guy? Again, probably not him being a wide receiver, but he's certainly valuable to this team. And I understand what Jennings is saying here. He's beyond the pale in this spot, but don't take him literally in this spot. But also, I agree with his premise. Is like, don't let Jefferson even sniff free agency. Pay him all the money, and then just go from there, man. But man, I could go for 0.01% of the Vikings right now. Woo! And it would be real ownership as opposed to, the fake Packers stock ownership. All that stuff, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. Former Packers and Dolphins, I do not recognize him. Wide receiver Greg Jennings says that the Vikings should give Justin Jefferson a piece of ownership. All right. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.